Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today we're actually on a new exchange, right? It's not so new, but we haven't really done a video on it just yet. So it's called FTX Exchange, right? And FTX Exchange is really advanced in sort of a crypto because they keep on acquiring new assets like Blockfolio and so on, right? They acquired Blockfolio just today, actually. And they also have this one thing called index trading, right? Basically, it's like regular markets. They took a bunch of coins like SF500X companies, they bundled up together, and for people who can't decide which DeFi coin to buy, they gave them all, right, in a big assortment pool, right? So for you, example, if you're speaking, if you're trying to play a DeFi and you just don't know which one to play because there are too many to choose from, as you know, pretty much every week a new DeFi lists, right? You can actually go on FTX right here, and they have this index, which I think he has about 50 DeFis in it. Don't take me that for the word. I would still have to read which ones are in this pool, right? But as you can see, you could invest here, and not only that makes you okay. So yes, the gains are gonna be a little bit smaller because it is a index, but in return you get much more safety than you would get in your regular thing, right? Due to the fact that when you invest into indexes, the whole purpose is that you invest into many things at once. So if that happens, right, you're very less risk diversified than when you just invest into a single coin, right, or a single stock, right? If you just invested in Tesla, you would have much more risk than just investing in like 10 companies which are like similar to Tesla, right? So let's get down, to analyzing this one. And, the chart this time around is going to be a little bit small. I tried to make it bigger, but, it doesn't work. If I go all the way to the full screen mode, then I lose my tools, right? And right now for this DeFi is, I see two possible options, right? That option number one I'm going to discuss more because, it's more likely to happen as well, right? So yes, the option number one is if we go above this rectangle, we can be expecting, let me find a tool of my pen. Looks like they do not have, oh yeah, here we go, my brush. So yes, if we go above this rectangle, we could be expecting something like this, right? Then most likely we are going to be buying an area like this. And again, I don't know how far it's gonna stretch for now, but usually if it's gonna be something like this, then this area will be holding for sure, right? This is one of the areas that we are going to be holding for. So in that case, if that happens, I'm going to be putting my stop loss, right about here, which in this case is because if the nature of how big this coin is, or should I say the nature of how big this index is, that's only 3.8%, right? So the stop losses are more tinier when it comes to it. So this is one scenario. If the price gets above here, right, stops above here, goes back down, feels it a little bit. If the price stretches out a little bit more, which I kind of doubt because indexes usually don't really stretch that much, right, because they are so big. If the price stretches a little bit more, we will put the buy area right back up. And we're gonna follow up on this one in our Telegram channels on 4C, right? We will follow up more about this trade, so we can keep your guys on the toes, right? Basically what I'm trying to say. The second option right now is they go for a little pullback, right? But due to the fact that we actually held this top, right, and we actually tested the pre-low and we kind of are about the main area, I don't think the pullback is going to happen unless Bitcoin does something, right? Because this is pretty much everything has been tested and it held basically 3 times, so that's pretty bullish sign. So yes, unless BTC does something, we won't go for a pullback, right? But let's just say, okay, this is option number one, so that's a bullish option. A bearish option, or should I say an option, if we don't hold out, right, it's going to be located right under this, right? And there's a good reason to it. There's a really good reason to it. I can imagine that most of it, I mean, yes, we hold this area. I can imagine that most of the stop losses from traders are right under here, right? So if we are going to go now down, if the Bitcoin does something and we're going to go on correction, I am pretty sure they will try to swoop out this low, right? I am pretty sure they will try to go under this low and then close back in, right? Now, what I'm hoping is that they have enough stop losses for you to do a cascade, right? And you go right back into my buys. If that buy area fails, right? If this buy area fails, with a possibility of this happening, right? What I just drew right here. Then when it goes back into this area, I will be taking a trade on a pullback, right? So that's my third option. But again, this option, I cannot predict it in the future, but I will be updating it in the channels if that does indeed happen. So we will follow this index quite closely right now, because I do think it's worthwhile being in it, right? It is worthwhile being in it. I mean, DeFis have more than $6 billion of dollars already locked into them, right? So I do want to be a part of DeFis, right? And you know, this is kind of a safer approach than your normal thing on DeFis, right? So I really do like FTX Exchange for bringing out this you know, these indexes, and we will do more videos about them in the future, because they are kind of a safe trading, right? It's still good money, but it's a lot safer money than what we usually do trade in the crypto world, right? So yeah, guys, if you want more of these videos, subscribe to our channel, you know, punch that notification button, you know, turn it on. Also join us at you know, 4C channels community, where we update stop losses trades all the time, right? And I guess we will be seeing each other in the new one.